Okay, we've got a trig equation. There is more than one way to tackle this, but the first thing that should catch your eye is you've got some squared trig in it. So you need to think, first of all, if we're going to use that, which I think I am, we're going to think, okay, how is cot squared of x related to something? Well, cot squared of x plus 1 is actually cosec squared of x. That is one of the squared trig identities that you just need to have learned. So okay, so if I'm going to be turning this into cosec x, the other function I've got here is sine x, and I've got no sign of any cosec x. But this might jog your memory. Well, what does cosec x mean? Well, cosec x, the definition of this, third letter is s, so cosec x is 1 over sine x. So what I can actually do is do a bit of rearranging and get a cosec x. I can get 1 plus 3 cot squared x equals 1 over, I can divide by this sine x and get 1 over sine x here, and this thing is cosec x. And here I've got something with cot squared x that I can turn into cosec squared x. So that's how I would get started on this one. As I say, there are other approaches. You could turn your cot x into cos x over sine x and turn everything into sines and coses, and that would work. But this I think is the maybe the neatest way to get started. So I'm going to use the letter C to mean to mean cosec of x. Okay, because I'm going to get 1 plus 3, but cot squared of x I'm going to replace by its equivalent from this identity here. Okay, and on the other side, I'm just going to get 1 over sine x just is cosec x, so I can just call that c. Now, I didn't actually turn this into an expression with cot squared x as the subject. I can actually do it straight into this bracket, I think. Cot squared x on its own would be cosec squared x, which is c squared, and I'd have to take away this 1. So that is correct equation. By all means, rearrange this in your scribble space so that you're confident. But we've now got our quadratic, so 3c squared we're going to have plus 1 from here, we're going to have minus 3 from here, so we're going to have a minus 2. I'm going to get 0 on this side, so I'm going to take away this c, so I've got 3c squared minus c minus 2 equals 0. And you might as well use your calculator for this. It does factorize quite nicely, but this solves, so we solve the quadratic to get c equals and c equals, and those solutions, well, the first solution turns out to be 1, and the second solution turns out to be minus 1/3. Or minus 2/3 even. By all means check, but those are correct now. But of course I've not finished. I've got two lovely values for c, but c means cosec x. Okay, and cosec x means 1 over sine x, so 1 over sine x could equal 1, or 1 over sine x could equal minus 2/3, leading to sine x from this equaling reciprocal of 1 is 1 again. On this one here, sine x would be the reciprocal of minus 2/3 is minus 3 over 2. Okay, but this is a spurious solution. It's impossible for sine x to be more than 1 or less than minus 1, so this is too large a negative to be possible for sine x. So I've done nothing wrong. It's just that sine x cannot be the value one of the values that would make the equation be true. The only one that's actually going to work is sine x equaling 1. We're not going to do that with first x, second x, because it's so easy. Our set of values is 0 to 2 pi. So if I just think about the graph of y equals sine x between 0 and 2 pi, it's just one repeat of the graph up to 2 pi. This is pi here, and there's only one occasion where it equals 1, which is at pi by 2. So immediately from the graph we get x equals pi by 2, and that is the only solution, and the only solution to the initial equation. So there is only one solution to this in this interval. And I've ended with that solution double underlined, so that's all right. So our way into this question came from seeing it had a squaredy trig function in it, using the identity for that and finding a way to deal with this sine x. We managed to turn it into cosec x so that it was actually linking up with the cosec squared x that came out of the identity.